Okay guys, this is the last video of our four-part series on Flash. This is all about how we lit up our reception. So this is probably the one that people are most comfortable with doing because in most cases you have to use Flash for every reception at that point. So this is just how we did it, and I want you to just take note of it and feel free to use any techniques we did. But this is just how we did it. So let me go into this. Basically, and let me pull up a picture. So this is just a shot that I use a 7200 to get them coming in here and get a nice close-up shot. And the only way I could have done that is with a flash that was on a flash mount external light stand at that point. So I could still use the zoom and not have to worry about being close enough for my on-camera flash to reach them. So Caitlin was standing over here and getting them as they came in, and I was covering the dance floor right here and making sure we got a nice crisp image right here, and clearly we got a good shot of this, of them two coming in here. But let me just show you where I had the light stand. So this is where the light stand was. I haven't really moved it that much. I literally, so if you're looking at the front of the room over this way, that was where they were sitting at their head table. So I just literally rotated this and turned the umbrella towards them as they came in, and I stood over here right by this guy in the blue shirt. He obviously wasn't there at the time, but I was probably standing right about here, shooting this way. So I did have to crank up the power a little bit because they were coming in from back here by the stairs. They were coming around here and then coming straight down the middle of the dance floor and then going to their seats. So I had to crank it up just a little bit, but it did have, if we go back to that picture, it did have even composition. We had some shadows, which was nice because it gave some 3D to the image there, so it wasn't just all flat, which we love to get. But I also was able to get nice close-ups with that zoom lens, the 7200. So let me just show you again another image we took. So this is the same kind of thing. The flash is at the same place, but this is a nice close-up shot. You don't have to worry about composing on their face because she's turned away, but her back is evenly lit. You can kind of see some shadows over here on her face, which is good. It gives it a nice, crisp, clean image at that point of her dancing, but also, we can go back here to this one. We've got, the same kind of look, but farther away. So that's the power of the zoom. You're not in their faces, but you can still get to them with that external flash. So if we go back here to the setup, again, this is on a 13-inch light stand. That's the only thing, or 13-foot, 13-inch light stand, that'd be kind of small. 13-foot light stand, and we had the 42-inch umbrella and the one flash that's remote triggered by my camera. So again, this is what we used all day long. We didn't use anything else. Caitlin had that. She used the diffuser on top of her camera for most things when she needed flash, because if we look up above, we're not going to be bouncing off this ceiling because it is made up of rafters and different things like that, and these pipes. It just wouldn't make an even bounce, and plus it's a dark ceiling, so it's not gonna reflect anything good. So you need something like this to get a nice evenly composed picture. The one thing you've got to realize about open dance floor with this kind of lighting setup is you get things like this. And I know this is a great shot. Basically, what happened was I've got this flash set up over here, and I'm standing over here, and this is actually the same guy. He's over here dancing, but there are people in front of him. So as you can see, is that light, it's coming over here and it's hitting him, but she is taking up this part of him, so it's casting that shadow right in front of him. So be aware of that when you are shooting with this umbrella here, and if you aren't obviously you aren't very movable because you're focusing on where this light's coming from. So when you're shooting like this, you've got to really focus on shooting people that are in front or have a clear direction to this line of sight. You might think that someone has a clear line of sight from this flash, and then you take the picture and you look at it and it looks like this, or there's a shadow on their face because someone got in the way right in the last second, whatever. So be aware when you've got it back, when you've got it on this setup, it either needs to be high enough so it reaches everyone's heads, or you need to just focus on the people that are on the outer rim, and then have a second photographer kind of get those nice close-up shots of people dancing in the middle of the dance floor. So with this setup, I was generally over here, all the way over this way, around and about. I wouldn't go as far as this beam right here. I'd probably go right about here, and then I would also go maybe over here to around this beam, but nothing around the edge, nothing over on this side, so I wasn't facing the flash. We don't want to brighten our subjects from behind because that wouldn't do anything for a good picture. So anything from this angle, I just kind of walked around and I moved around the whole time. And then Caitlin had her on-camera flash and with the diffuser on top, and she was getting the nice close-up shots that I couldn't get of people in the middle of the dance floor that were going to cast shadows on them. So again, hope this helped for you guys. Hope this gave you an explainer. Hope this 4-part series was good for you guys to kind of learn and see what we do. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them below in the comments. And if not, I hope this helped, and I hope this grows your knowledge on Flash. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day.